Guys, welcome back to the Touchline, brought to you by the Outliers. Before we get into the video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, comment down below. This week has been a lot of dramas in the NRL, lots of issues, and we're going to cover that all in this video. But let's first of all talk about the games that happened last week in round 22, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, round 22.
The first game we're going to talk about is the Brisbane Broncos and the South Sydney Rabbitohs. That was a embarrassing performance from the Rabbitohs.
Let's talk about Bill's multi first on that one.
Oh, did you put a multi on
Bill
that?
put a multi.
Did I? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, did you?
I actually forgot that. That just shows you that I don't care about it anymore.
Oh,
yeah, but Jai Gray was supposed to score. Supposed to win
You
2
almost
grand.
had a chance, but...
Oh, that sucks,
Stuffed me over, man.
What about your
I had
multi?
Herbie.
Yeah.
Well, who did I have?
Yeah,
Not Herbie.
No, Herbie.
Yeah,
Yeah, because he injured himself.
Halasima.
Had Herbie, Halasima, Stags, and Gray.
What about your multi? That
Oh,
failed.
no, that was for dogs and
Didn't go well.
No, that didn't work out well. So, but you know what? I don't do it all the time. So I said, you know, I'll just chuck it out
When
there.
does it ever work for us?
No, I know, but I've never put over, you know, like. But that was the first time in about, I don't know, once a year or so.
Once a
That's
year.
the highest bet.
Well, Oi, look, your nose is grown.
Yeah, and yours too.
It never gets that joke.
All right.
Do you get it?
Yes,
Pinocchio, mate.
I am
When
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio
Left
lied. Man, I'm not saying your nose is big. I mean, it's big, and my nose is big.
yeah.
But I'm saying Pinocchio. Look, what I'm trying to get at is Pinocchio, when he lies, his nose gets bigger.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You said you bet once a year.
Yeah, but I don't, like, as in the highest bet, as in.
Yeah, I know what he's
Well,
Yeah.
the most you put is $100.
Yeah, that's the
in 1 year.
Bro, yeah, I don't do it all the time, bro. Are you fucking serious?
He just does $5. That's what you
Yeah,
do.
that's why I mainly do
That's
$5, $10,
All right,
the max.
this is not a betting podcast. Let's talk about the Brisbane Broncos
Let's talk about all
Rabbitohs game.
Bashara's losses.
Hey, it expose me on the fucking camera.
Okay, all right, Michelle, talk about what were your thoughts on the humiliation from Rabbitohs? Bora.
No, I'm joking.
Oh.
No. All right, let's talk league, man.
All right,
Let's talk league.
I'll get the game, the talk underway. Yeah, Rabbitohs, it was quite simple. We all called it was going to be a big scoreline. Lots of injuries, lots of players out. Latrell Mitchell might be back this week, which is good for Rabbitohs, but their season is done. Brisbane Broncos, I wouldn't look too much into this. It's the Rabbitohs, very poor squad. Lots of players injured, as I've said. It's something that Broncos can look forward to for the coming weeks. It's a massive win. To get 60 points is not easy, even if you're versing a very depleted squad. It's always very good to score 60 points. Reece Walsh was back to his best. Had a few good moments. Ezra Mam has been performing since he's come back to the Broncos a few months ago. But yeah, Broncos, look, it's a good win, but I think they shouldn't get too excited over that win because, again, it was a depleted squad.
I agree. Rabbitohs, their season's done. I really think they're going to get the wooden spoon. So I think there goes your bet.
It's all good.
Your prediction.
Well,
It's
where,
okay.
Where did he put him?
No, you maybe put Eels last.
Yeah.
Who knows? Eels could get still last.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rabbitohs, you got to blame on the injuries. They just haven't really clicked this year. Broncos, as Shabal said, it's a good win, 60 points. You know, it's very hard to score 6 points regardless who you verse. But yeah, Broncos, they've just got to stay focused because they can fall just like how they did last week against the Eels. So yes, they're winning more games than they were losing when they were in that bad patch. But they just got to keep on letting that ball roll. And, you know, who knows, they might find themselves in the top 4. So, yeah, two different types of games for both teams.
Yeah, Rabbitohs are just dog shit. I mean, they deserve the wooden spoon. And that's not just because I lost my multi. But they actually do.
Yeah.
Defense is lacking. Broncos, I mean, again, it's impressive to score 60 points, but... Yeah, but it was Rabbitohs. I mean, they all stepped up. They all, what was it? Stags got a double. Was it Mam had a double? Yeah, they all stepped up to the occasion, especially over there at Suncorp. But it's only the Rabbitohs.
Yeah, exactly. Like Souths, they're just struggling, and plus, like how you all said about injuries and that, it's not their season this year. And understand, like returning, Wayne Bennett returning back. Look, they still need to, like, you know, build their structure, build their form as well. It's going to take a bit of a while as well. And once, like, Latrell Mitchell returns back, and then, you know, when they focus for next year as well for their season, they need to fix up their mistakes, what they really did the last whole year now, because their attack's not in good form. Defense is, like, hopeless. So they need to adjust that. They need to fix everything up. So hopefully... maybe next year they'll be a bit more better, like to be more resilient, a bit more convenient, like I would say. No, being serious, like,
Big
because
words.
no, it is. But Broncos,
Convenient even.
but well-deserved Broncos, but Broncos played very well. on
Rabbitohs
the
won
weekend.
4 games in 5 in their first 5 games.
Which convenience store? Yeah,
No,
nah.
but what's convenient?
No, like I'm saying, in a sense, like decency. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you
yeah.
mean. Yeah,
No, but I'm saying
Yeah,
for
yeah.
Broncos,
They
they
gotta
played.
improve.
Yeah, they played very.
Rabbitohs have won 4 games in 5 in their first 5 games, that's when they had their full squad. But they were on a losing streak. Yeah, it's a season they wouldn't want to remember. It's been tough for them, but we'll talk about the next game. One of, for me, the games of the year and one of the most funniest game I've watched all year, the Gold Coast
Same
Titans
here.
versus the Penrith Panthers.
Yeah.
And we were talking about it on the phone on the
we were.
weekend.
That was, it had everything. You look at the first half, when you watch
Yeah.
it, just moments as Ayo kicked it, the ball bounces, then the Titans player loses at Philip Sami, then it was just so much chaos in that first half game. Panthers were dominant. Titans had a few chances,
Yeah.
but Panthers showed their class in the first half. I think in the second half, they've really got too confident, and I think they really took a step back and just gave Titans way too much ball time and possession with the ball. And Titans just grew into the game, confidence. Jaden Campbell had one of his best games of the season. He's one of the most consistent players I've seen this year. He's up there as probably the halfback of the year, I'd say. But with Titans, good effort. Look, they're not a bad team. You know, when Titans are in the fight, when they're playing good, they're a really good team to watch. They're a very good attacking team to watch. Defensively, they've always been not the best. Every single year you watch them, and that's something I feel they've lacked for so many years. That's why they're not in the top 8 because of their defense. They've always had the attack. But with that game, that was unbelievable, man, and it was good to
I
watch.
feel with again a lot of these teams we saw so many upsets this week. Titans could have been those one, and again these teams just have nothing to fight for now. They're playing freely. Titans do have a good squad, but I think the way they're playing now is because just there's no pressure on them. Des Hazard said he's leaving at the end of the year. They beat who did they beat last?
Warriors.
They beat the Warriors.
Yes.
Almost beat the Panthers. So I just feel they're playing in a way good because there's just no pressure on them. Panthers, you're gonna get those games where it doesn't fully go your way.
Yeah.
They managed to get the win, and which is the most important thing.
What about that field goal from Nathan Cleary?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was crazy.
That was a massive one, man.
I was watching, I think it was Cooper Cronk was saying that. He said, you don't know how hard it is to go back at that sort of time of the game, and the ball drops, and basically Nathan Cleary is bending down. So then he has to get his position up quickly and take that shot.
Yeah.
And he said that's very hard to do. And it just shows why Nathan Cleary is the best player in the game. And
Doesn't shock me anymore.
yeah, he's just
Yeah.
too good. He had a few chances to get the field goal sealer, but it didn't go to plan. But yeah, what do you say? Panthers on 7 winning streak?
Yeah,
8
maybe
winning
Yeah.
eight. Yeah, they're
streak?
creeping
8 winning
into
streak.
the
But
top
good
4.
win for
Yeah.
Panthers.
I reckon they'll get in the top 4.
Yeah.
I
For
think
sure,
they
for sure.
will.
They'll
Our
get
last game, of course, is we'll
Tigers
talk
and
about the
Bulldogs.
incident later, but let's talk about the game. Of course, the Tigers
Yeah.
and Bulldogs. What are your thoughts, Anthony?
Look, first of all, the weather was very terrible. Like, it was very bad conditions, a lot of knock-ons, there was a lot of errors, there was so much things happening, but I think there was a couple of calls that didn't go our way. Apparently, when we were walking into the stadium, we heard, the
Yeah,
crowd
the Bulldogs scored.
we heard,
We went
we
past
put
twice.
tries two times,
Yeah.
but it got disallowed apparently because of Critter.
Critter was
Short.
apparently
Was
held.
held up.
Yeah,
The
apparently
second
it was
try
held
was
up.
a
Second
forward
try was a
pass.
forward
It was fair call.
But what's
Yeah.
annoying is that they had 2 forward passes
Yeah.
and no one caught it. So
Exactly.
it just shows the inconsistency of the referees.
But even with our, especially when we play in the rainy weather, nothing goes our way as well. And especially how we mentioned about Canberra lost on that weekend as well, and we also lost at the same
we
time.
needed the win.
Yeah, so we needed that win.
The Dragons helped us. They
Yeah,
teed
they
it up
actually
for
did,
us.
yeah.
Like we should have won that game.
Yeah, fair
With the
enough.
Tigers,
Yeah.
put the weather conditions aside, I still think we're making too many errors.
But that's because of the weather.
No, I said put the weather
Oh,
aside
for
because
other
we had
games?
other games before
Yeah.
that. We're making too many errors. We're heading into final series, and
Yeah.
we've got 4 decisive games
Yeah.
for top 4. And if you want to get minor
Honestly,
premiers,
Yeah.
I'd be on that and on that game. I'd be more worried about the weather than who we face in the finals. I mean, it
Yeah.
is September, mind you, but
Yeah.
you never know.
You
never know.
You don't know
You
what
don't
to
know, man, like,
expect. yeah.
finals-
This week's raining against the
Again,
Warriors.
against the
But
Waz.
when finals come around, what is it like? September-ish?
It won't probably rain.
Like,
It could
like
rain.
the past summer at
Yeah.
that
It
point.
could rain.
but the Dogs need to step up with the
Sorry,
errors.
past winter.
They're making basic, like, I know it's errors everyone can make, but the amount of errors we're making a game is ridiculous. It's leading to tries. Look at the Tigers game.
But I feel like too,
errors led to tries.
But I feel like too, like our team has shifted a bit.
Yeah, they actually did.
Like as in, like Kirez was at fullback this week, and then now Montoya's out. I feel like things are not working. I know it doesn't justify the errors, 100%. But yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
It's just we need to fix it. Tigers, man, look. When Galvin left the club, I think they were very good. They were performing well. They were like, 5 wins, 5 losses, I think. Yeah. But now they're actually hitting back to form. There's still mathematically a chance for top 8. I don't think they'll get it. Yeah. But mathematically, there's still a chance. I think Tigers are a good team to watch. And this is what we can see what Benji can do with the Tigers squad. And what I said before, first 10 games, they were phenomenal under Benji Marshall. Took a massive, they're on a losing streak. But now they're picking back what they started the season. They're getting rhythm. They're attacking. Their attack's flowing. Defense is good at some points of the game. But yeah, I think Tigers should be happy the way their team's progressing. I think there's a lot to be encouraged about, and I think it's just going to get better from here.
They've beaten the Roosters. Beat the Dogs. So they're getting some big wins against teams you think they lose. And the one against Roosters was away from home. And they versus the top Bulldogs team was sitting in 3rd place at that time. And they just destroyed us. Like, we had nothing to do. I think if we held the ball more, controlled the game more, it would have been better. I think we were just trying to offload it too much, just trying to be creative. But in those conditions, you just got to do hit-ups. Spread the ball, but sometimes we just overdid it. When Crider made that line break, he did not need to pass to Galvin. Just take the tackle and then play it from there. Burden made a good run.
He actually did.
And that happened right at the start of the second half. If there's someone with him in support, we potentially go and score. And that one, I feel once that didn't happen, once there was no players and literally Burden goes and loses the ball, I knew the game was done there. Because the problem with Bulldogs, we never have support play. If you have someone there, we're 100% going to score there, and that changes the whole momentum. So the Dogs got to really fix their support play, because even not this year, for years, we never have player support.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have that.
That's what you got a fullback for. And like Connor Tracy, like, he's such a good player.
So consistent.
I know he wasn't playing against Tigers, but he's never there when there's a line break. He's never there. The only time we had it once when Galvin scored against the Dragons. But after, like, we just don't support our players.
Yeah, look, our defense is good, but like how you mentioned about the attack-wise as well, they need to start, like I've said it many times, they need to spread it out wide, support together, communicate with each other. I didn't see no communication on Sunday. They were just like going in the middle. That's the only thing they were trying to do. I understand they were doing like the hit-ups and all that stuff, but when you come to third to the fifth tackle, those 2 tackle sets, just spread it out.
Yeah.
That's what you need to start doing.
Have to. Well, even on, like, Critter, when we scored the Preston try, Critter was at fullback then. I think
attackingly, Kiraz was center.
Yeah, but they should. Maybe that's something they're going to go with, but I really think they should put Critter.
Oh, when Critter went to fullback.
I think it's better if Crider goes fullback. Why? Because he's got more leadership. He's won 4 premierships. I feel just he knows he can take that role of getting out of position and playing that fullback rather than Kiraz. I don't think Kiraz did anything wrong that game.
He's
made an error.
He's not. He didn't play good in that position.
I think it was just his day. It's hard to judge because it was raining. You know.
But even didn't he play once at fullback before?
No, he did.
But not only that, think about it. Kiraz only played fullback defensively. We never got to see him attack as a fullback. But like, I think Sam made a good point about Critter. That again, he suits fullback rather than Kiraz. So,
but he just had honestly, he just had a bad game on that Sunday. It happens. As a captain, like, you learn your mistakes. You have to move on and keep going straight forward. That's all you can do.
All right, let's start on the round 23 tips. Special guest is Talking Para Podcast. Shout out to them. They do a lot of NRL content, especially around Parramatta Eels. They're killing it in the YouTube industry. So keep up the good work. First game, Anthony.
Thursday night, Melbourne and Brisbane Broncos. Who's going to tip, boys?
I'm going Broncos. I don't know why. I got a funny feeling Broncos win it.
That big defeat.
Not that, but I just feel they need a big win to put their chances of winning a premiership at. Like, everyone can show that they're real contenders, not pretenders. I don't know. I got a funny feeling Broncos.
Bill, who are you going to go for?
I think I might tip Broncos. Who did I tip here? Wait 1 second. I tipped Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So you're
no.
going to stick with Melbourne?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna Storm.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Melbourne.
Our special guest is going for Storm. Okay.
All right, next game we've got Newcastle and the Penrith Panthers.
Look, Panthers and Knights are always a very close
Yeah,
game.
always.
They had a draw last year, I'm
No.
pretty sure, 2 years ago.
But Knights beat them early in the year.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
drew last year or the
Maybe
year
they did.
before that. They won by a golden point. I'm pretty sure recently last year. So, but I still think Panthers will
Yeah,
win.
Yeah, Panthers
Panthers,
take it.
Panthers.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
going to say the
Panthers.
Tars.
Panthers
Yeah.
is also the Talking Parrot podcast they're going for.
Yep. 8 o'clock, we got Canberra and Manly. That's going to be a good game, that one.
I'm going
Uh,
Raiders.
Yeah. I'm
They
gonna
just
stick with
lost.
Canberra.
Yeah. Raiders are looking.
Something's telling me Manly can win. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a feeling, but I just want to stay safe because I'm already going Broncos, so I can't take another risk. So I'll go
I'm going to go
Raiders.
Manly this one. I think they need a win.
Yeah.
Turbo's gone back to fullback. I think Raiders, because it's their first loss in a while, I wonder how they'll do with that. I'm just going based on the fact they Manly need a win, I think, more than Raiders. And I really think Cherry Evans is going to step up this game. I've got a strange feeling, and yeah, I'm backing the Eagles on this one.
I don't think Raiders lose 2 in a row. I mean,
No.
apart from last week, they have been doing really good.
Yeah.
Probably like one of the most consistent. So, but yeah, I'm tipping the Raiders.
Yeah, I'm sticking with
Raiders.
Canberra as well.
Talking Power
Talking Parramatta
podcast.
as well.
Yep, they're going Raiders as
Raiders as well. We got the Battle of the Shire game. So St. George versus Cronulla.
well. I'm going Sharks. I think. Where's that at?
It's at Jubilee.
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 I think
Cockburn.
Sharks are picking up good form. I think that's 3-4 wins in a
Yeah.
row. I think Sharks.
I don't know. Something inside of me says Dragons.
Yeah, that could cause an upset.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dragons.
Yeah, I'm tipping Dragons.
I'm going to go. I
Samuel?
think Dragons can cause an upset, but I'm going to go Sharks for this one.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with the Sharks. They're
Special
pretty
guest,
good.
Sharks as well.
Yep. Next game we got Dolphins and Roosters. That's gonna
Yeah,
That's going to be a good game.
be. Yeah. This was what I was confused about, like, because
It
they're
was a
both
tou-
good.
yeah,
They're
both good teams.
Both need the win.
Yeah, they both
I just
need
feel
a due for it.
Roosters have
No Herbie.
no
Yeah,
hope
there's no
as well.
Herbie Farmer.
Roosters have just dropped a bit. I still
So
think
it's, basically
Titans attackingly, man. I think that can get them through without Farnworth. Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Yeah, I'll go Dolphins.
I'm going Roosters.
Roosters.
Yeah.
I'm on Dolphins.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Dolphins. I think Dolphins due for that win again.
Our special
They need
guest
it.
is going for Dolphins as well.
Yeah. Next game, Bulldogs versus Warriors. The Was.
That could be like another golden point.
Yeah.
That's going to remind me of like last year.
I'll see.
Warriors
One of the
are-
closest games.
Warriors are 2 losses in a row. We're
Yeah.
a loss, so both teams need a win.
Yeah.
Warriors are desperate because their top 4 hopes are going away, even
Yeah.
though they're in the top 4.
Yeah.
But they do have a good run heading into the finals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm backing the Dogs.
Yeah, I'm going to back the
Dogs.
Dogs.
You got to
too.
back the Dogs.
Yeah, we have to.
Talking Power podcast is also going for the Dogs.
Okay.
Last 2 games.
We got Gold Coast and South Sydney.
I'm
The
going to
spoon-
go
What is it called?
Yeah.
The Spoon Bowl.
The Spoon Bowl, I think.
Titans.
Yeah, I think Titans will get it.
Titans. Yeah. I'm
They're
liking
getting
Titans.
better now, but they'll be
Rabbitohs
better
are
for
done.
next year as well. So
Yeah,
I'm just
Titans.
Yeah, I'm going to go Titans.
saying. Yeah, Titans will
I
be.
guess I'll also go on Titans.
And the last game, we got Parramatta and Cowboys.
I'm going Para.
I think Para, look, I always say this, Para are a
Yeah.
good team to watch this year. I really
Yeah.
enjoy watching them. The way they play attackingly, I think there is a system, and I think give it next year, I think they're going to be a much better team. Without the injuries, Lomax was out, Moses, I think Para will get the win.
Yeah, so I'm tipping the same.
You know what? I'm actually going to switch. So I'm going to go for Cowboys.
So again,
Oh,
I,
I'll make
I
the
feel
switch.
Cowboys going to win it. Because I know they're not in the best form right now, in the best shape, but something's telling me Cowboys might get a big defeat against
they
Parramatta.
could easily get it.
Yeah,
A
so
big win, you mean?
like a massive win, yeah.
Big
Our
defeat.
guest,
Big defeat. big defeat.
No, because you said
Yeah, I
big-
know.
yeah.
our guests are also going, of course, for Parramatta Eagles. Go.
The elephant in the room, the KHOD
The Horde.
symbol. The Tigers fans, not the Tigers fans, the Tigers players had scored the winning try. The funny enough, it was actually a forward pass that led to that try. And then the whole team, I think you had Fainu brothers, Brett Naden, Adam Dewey, all giving him, all the fans the middle finger, you could say.
You could say, you can
Yeah,
say.
you can say, yeah.
That is the middle finger.
And if you look at it, majority of them were like teens. There was not pretty an adult to be seen in that. So yeah, Bill's put a post on TikTok
so
which has
sick of
gone
talking about
viral.
it, man. I
anyway.
swear to God.
We'll just talk about it a bit. I know
Yeah.
everyone's having their say. We'll get Bill to speak about it.
Yeah, man. Where do I start? I've said my piece on 2
on
videos.
it, yeah.
I've been getting belted in the comment section. But look, and I've been getting belted by the non-Lebanese people, which is crazy because they seem to know
Yeah.
what the horde is all
Yeah,
of
I
a
know.
sudden. Let me put it this way. All right, I'm gonna address the people that are saying if you can give it, you should be also able to take it. Okay,
Yeah.
you should be, if you give it, you should take it. Okay, I don't believe in that. Okay, at the end of the day, I mean, to a certain extent, I do believe in it. In other things, but with this, no, because at the end of the day, the Tigers players have a set role to play footy, to represent a club and an organization in the NRL, and I feel like they have dishonored their agreement, their contract, because they've really disrespected the fans. Because if you see the video, they're sticking up the middle finger, which is the middle finger, the KHOD, to little kids and,
You mean the
and their
Lebanese,
families and stuff. They're
yeah.
doing it to the Bulldogs fans and whatever. And the difference between if a player does it and a fan does it, a fan's not signed to an organization.
Yeah.
A fan doesn't have to listen to a club or a boss. They're there. They bought their ticket. They're there to enjoy the game. Okay, to a certain extent, they can't do everything.
Yeah.
I'm a big advocate of like player safety, especially on the field. I'm a Bulldogs fan saying that. We've said this before about the
Many
Raiders
times.
and the drama and what happened
Yeah.
with that situation.
Yeah,
I know a
yeah.
lot of people with this situation, they're bringing that up too, and
Yeah.
the bottle scandal on Good Friday with the referees. Totally against it. That shouldn't happen. That's what I mean by to a certain extent. You know what I mean? But if we're talking about one single matter in a middle finger or the KHOD, which is the same
The
thing
Lebanese
again,
middle finger, yeah.
I feel like a fan has the right to do it, but a player can't. And that's
Yeah.
my piece on it.
Yeah, no, it's
We're gonna develop on it. We're gonna talk more on it, and I want to hear your takes first
Yeah.
because I'm getting heated. I got a lot of things I want to say, but
Like again, I just can't comprehend how people think that's right. Like they're putting the rude finger at the fans, and as Bill said, they're professionals. They can't be able to do that. Again, I don't care. Of course, I'm annoyed we lost, but I don't care. That I can receive it, but
it's not about the loss.
it's not about the
No,
loss.
we
I don't
deserve
care.
to lose.
Like, we don't
deserve-
care.
yeah,
Like,
I don't care
like
about
we
the
played
loss.
shit.
Yeah,
we
we
played
played
so bad.
terrible.
We're like,
Yeah.
like if we won that game, it'd be the same case
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
what was the last game we won, and we weren't happy.
Against
The
Cowboys.
The Dragons.
The Dragons game.
Dragons,
Yeah,
yeah.
like it'd be the same case.
Again, like I don't care we lost.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
coming third. Tigers aren't going to play finals. Like I don't care that we lost.
Yeah.
Yes, we're annoyed because we could have got first,
Yeah.
but I'm not salty about that loss. We played shit. We deserve to lose.
We
Full
just
stop.
move
That's
on
the
to
end
the
of the
next, yeah,
story.
yeah.
But then putting the finger is another whole story.
Yeah, yeah.
Like again, people are saying it's not that deep. In a way, I know why they're saying it's not that deep, but it's wrong. You can't do that as a professional player. As fans, you can get. Apparently, Kiraz was doing it to do it.
To Adam do it,
They're
yeah.
friends. They
Yeah,
understand-
that's it, yeah.
they're
Yeah.
friends, but that you can't do it as a player to the fans. As Bill said, you're representing a brand. You're representing the NRL. You just can't do it. And I can't believe people are saying they don't deserve to get fined. Let it be. Let it happen. In the real world, in a normal
And there's
job, as you
people, and there's
mentioned,
people we love who are Lebanese and
Yeah.
who do understand the culture,
Yeah.
and who
Yeah.
are saying it's a bit soft for the NRL to do that. Which, like, look, I feel like everybody's getting lost in the actual meaning of the KHOD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
They're like, and I feel like that's actually on the Lebanese culture. Like the KHOD has become something where you could see it as you just give it to your mate.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But essentially, how that KHOD started. Why do you give the KHOD? Why is it? I'm actually ashamed to do it right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've done it on videos and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
But I just don't want to do it now because I'm contradicting my point. But I'm just doing it for the sake of the argument. Why did that start? Why is it this finger? Why do you give it to your mate? That means something. That is a middle finger.
Yeah.
And it's got lost in translation over time. Whereas you just give it to your mate now.
Yeah.
KHOD. But I got you in this
Yeah,
game,
it's-
KHOD.
yeah.
Take it. But what that means is a middle finger, essentially. You just flip it around, put it up, you got the actual middle finger.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why people are getting lost in the translation of it, because when it first originated, I mean, I wasn't there when it first originated,
Yeah.
obviously, but that meant middle finger.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
like, imagine, someone was to do that to your brother or your relative, or if someone was to flip you off like that on the street, how would you react?
Get annoyed.
That's a middle
Exactly.
finger.
Yeah,
That
of
is a middle
course.
finger.
Yeah.
So
It's just you look at it again. You said it, not professional. I agree, it's not professional.
Yeah.
You can't be doing it. You're under a contract by the NRL, like the Tigers, you said. And for me, you put up a good point about what about if a prankster is on the streets going to people doing the KHOD and say you're next to your mum and they do it to your mum directly. What is it? It's not that deep. Of course they're going to retaliate. They're going to get angry because, again, it's disrespectful to do that sort of thing. And think about it, they're not even under contract. These players are under contract. So they shouldn't be doing that stuff. And Nathan coming after the game and recording.
Yeah.
that
cover.
guy can barely
So that
make the
just
bloody
shows
Tigers team.
Yeah.
These
Let alone-
players aren't doing it for a joke.
They know what it
they
means.
they know what it means.
Bro,
Nathan does it again.
It's disgusting, and we're not the angels. We're not saying we're angels, and
Yeah, like
we're,
no
you know,
one-
it,
yeah.
it's just, but it pisses me off that everybody is saying they shouldn't investigate this. Again, we're going in circles. They should investigate it. Essentially, what they did was stick up the middle finger to the NRL fans who pay for their ticket, who actually contribute to the NRL's economy or NRL's earnings. You know, as a company, and I said this in my last video.
Yeah.
If you're hired by a certain company to do a job on a cash register, and you flip off someone and did the KHOD or said something or along the lines of what people are writing about, you know, you're gonna suffer the consequences, and that's what they are.
Not
that's
just
what-
not
what's
just suffer the
happening now.
consequences. You're gonna automatically get fired as well.
Right,
at the
that's,
same time.
that's what I'm
And that's
saying.
my
People are
point.
not getting it. People
Yeah.
saying, "Oh, you're soft. You're this and that."
Yeah, I don't fall in that stuff as well.
Bro,
Yeah,
I'm telling you,
look,
it's
and
not
I-
about being soft. It's not
Yeah.
about. It's just about common sense.
I know.
And I feel like very few people have said what we're saying. Like everybody is saying, "Oh, they should get off scot free."
Like we reposted someone on our story.
Yeah. Like,
I remember
but,
that.
there's. The Bulldogs have every right to complain about it. The NRL has every
Yeah.
right to investigate about it.
And they should, yeah.
And that's how it should be. Because
Exactly.
didn't something happen with the AFL? One of the players stuck up the middle finger,
Yeah, I
and,
think,
yeah.
and he ended up getting fined or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
You think about
So
it,
why is it right if he gets fined and he
But NRL
suffers
yeah.
and he suffers consequences, but but it's not okay if the Tigers
Players
get
can't.
investigated.
And
Why?
think about
it. Makes no sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
you look at again. I know for a fact if that was Marnie doing that, the whole news reports and even the fan base on every club, that would be going against the Dogs so badly.
Yeah.
How disrespectful. That's the culture of the club. I want to bring it back to, was it 2015, the scandal with the bottles?
Yeah,
2014.
yeah.
2014.
20
That
15,
player
yeah.
gets banned and probably banned for life to go to games. Why? Because what he did to the player, and that's affecting the safety of the
You're
player.
talking-
the
you're
referee,
You
sorry,
know,
the
wait,
referee.
you're talking about the bottom. No, that
bottom.
was to the refs.
The refs,
I
sorry.
was at that
Yeah,
game.
that's
too.
what I changed
No
it.
matter ref or
The
player.
ball-
exactly.
That was wrong what he did, and why? Because of the safety of the referees. Now, what about the kids there? What about their safety? What the mental health? What,
Didn't we get a DM saying something
mental
like
health-
that one of our viewers' kids said, "Mum,
Oh,
what's
yeah,
that?"
exactly.
Yeah.
See,
What
that's
about
the
the
effect
mental
it
health
creates.
of the
Yeah.
kids? They're gonna
Yeah.
say, what about if someone knows what the meaning? They're gonna be upset, and who knows what's gonna
Yeah.
happen about their mental health in that situation? So as much as the refs get safety as well, the fans should get that same treatment as well, even though they think it's not that deep. But same goes with the ref and same goes with the fans. It shouldn't be happening.
And
That-
yeah,
that's
people
how I
saying
see it.
it's not that deep. And it really isn't that deep.
Nah, it's not that
but
deep.
people are trying to make it deep. It's so ironic that when people say it's not that deep, that they're blowing up about it, they're making videos
Yeah.
about it, and they're trying to make it that deep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're chucking a riot about it.
Yeah.
People have to
That's what
understand
I'm trying to say.
they're professionals. That's the only thing we all say. It's a professional. That's why. If I was a fan doing that to the players, who cares? But they're professionals and they have the
See, bro,
the right to be respectful,
Hey, and-
be a professional, and don't go over the limits and do stupid
And
things.
it
like
ain't
that.
that deep, bro.
Thanks,
not
man.
that
I
deep.
agree with you as well. And especially you're on live television and people are watching it from home and even at the stadium as
Yeah.
well. People pay their tickets as well and seeing that type of situation.
Yeah,
That's
but
dumb.
I get the humor
Yeah, but
in it.
you're
I
on
get
live-
the
yeah,
I
on television, that's
get,
on
I
top of
get
that.
the joke, the humor,
Yeah, yeah.
everything everyone's saying about it. I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a shame that a lot of the Lebanese people who are saying there's nothing wrong with it. When they know, like, okay, they might have a different meaning again about it, but we all know deep down what it actually means.
Yeah.
What that hand gesture
That's what
actually
it
means.
is.
And I think Braith Anasta
Anasta
has said there's nothing wrong with it either.
Yeah.
But like, if you're not Lebanese, just don't comment on it.
Yeah,
Hey,
just
you don't
don't-
understand where it's originated and where it's come from. You're just people love to say, for instance, someone might hate the Dogs and their fans. And then they find that to complain about.
Yeah.
They're going to start talking about all the 10 million other things the Doggies fans have done over time and stuff like that, just because they're biased, against us. You know what I mean? So
And again, there was humor. Like again, I looked, I was laughing.
you
But-
it, yeah.
People saying that they don't deserve, that they shouldn't get fined, the club shouldn't get fined. That's wrong. If you do something wrong like that, as a professional, you can't do
Yeah,
it. So,
another
yeah.
scandal that happened on the weekend. Saturday's match between the Tigers and the Panthers. The trainer interferes, supposedly accidentally, some saying purpose. It was a tactic on Jaden Campbell before he was kicking it. Do you feel it was like accidental? Do you think he meant it? Like personally, I think again, it never happens. It's right. Braden Astor said in the NRL 360 that if it was an accident, he must be the most dumbest and stupidest trainer he's ever seen to do something like that, because he has experienced this trainer. I think he's been there 10, 15 years, what I've been hearing. But for me, I honestly think it was an accident. That's how I see it.
What?
I think it's an accident. Look,
Bro, are you...
personally, I just feel the way, again, he walked there, you can realize, you can see his facial reaction instantly. You can know he meant it as a mistake.
Nah, I'm sorry, bro.
That's how I see it.
But you can
look
tell...
at his
You can,
facial reaction. He instantly said sorry, and I know you can
no,
fake
you
it.
can you
Nah,
can tell
no,
that
no,
guy
no.
knew what he was
I don't
doing.
know.
Charbel, listen, I disagree. A trainer should not be there in that match, and they're interfering.
But all of us, put it this way, Shabba, all of a sudden, when the game's on the line and stuff like that, a trainer runs
Yeah,
in.
exactly.
That's wrong.
That tactical.
How's that? That's no coincidence.
I don't know. For me, I don't know why I feel it's
That's no coincidence.
accidental.
But that has never happened. This guy's
I know,
been, you said it, this guy's been a
10,
trainer 10 to 15 years.
Maybe
And
just-
now when the game's on the line, he's running in front of
Who
Jody
knows, maybe I
Campbell.
just had a
Nah, I'm
brain
sorry,
thing
bro.
that-
That's
bro,
BS,
didn't they
bro.
get
That's
caught tampering the ball
Yeah,
with
that's what I'm
water?
saying. It's
Yeah.
the history.
Which who?
Penrith.
Panthers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Penrith.
the trainers.
That game.
No, not that game.
before.
I
But
don't
wasn't
know
that
which
start of the
game.
year? But that
It was
happened.
one of the games
Yeah,
this
it
year.
was.
The water, and then they did one where they'd be in front of. It was like 2 years ago. They'd be in front of the. So you know where the fence lines up. So let's say Bulldogs are lining up, getting
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
to tackle. There will be two players there too. They're
Yeah.
players. They do some weird
there's
tactics that
tactics around it.
aren't allowed. And I think with the history they have, with the water, the water incident, and
You'd
a
say
few
it's
other incidents,
tactical,
Yeah, yeah.
of course.
it's they deserve to get fined. They deserve to the trainer deserves to get punished for that, because
Yeah.
again, you just you can't run in front of the player.
Exactly.
26-22. If he kicks that, Cleary doesn't get a field goal attempt. So where the game was, that trainer knew what he was doing.
But is that
Yeah.
going to really make a big difference for me? Get it? Like,
It
who knows?
loses your concentration.
Because Cleary, okay,
But
look,
you can refocus.
No, but
give him
think
the
about
time
it.
to
You're not
focus.
100%.
You're not
Bro, no,
guaranteed.
no.
It's a 50-50
He was about to
chance.
kick the
I'm
ball.
saying, you're not 100%.
Well, he was running. He wasn't about to. He wasn't running. Like,
Yeah, he wasn't right, but he was
think
about
but he was
to
about
run.
to. I still don't think
Before-
like. Again, it's a 50-50 chance. He's gonna get it. He's gonna miss
But
it. But for
even-
him to say he's gonna get it for sure.
No,
like,
he's
you
not going
can't
to get
say
it.
that.
Before the trainer runs, let's say the trainer doesn't run, he could miss it, he could not miss it. But with the trainer runs, it adds
The moral
an
of it, yeah, of course.
when the trainer runs, it adds an element. When he misses it, they're going to say, oh, it's because
Blame,
of this
yeah.
guy. So again, you just can't be doing that. Again, he's been 15 years and gets boosted. All of a sudden, he did it. Like, you can't have your brain can't just stop. Oh, shit, I ran in front. You just,
Yeah, see?
they always stay with the players until he kicks it.
And the
then fine.
commentator said it as soon as it happened.
You
Yeah,
can't
they
do that.
actually said it.
Even
yeah.
a few Gordon Tallis and I'm thinking of. They think it's an accident.
Paul Gallen
Michael
said-
Ennis,
Paul
I think
Gallen
Michael
said
Ennis.
accident. So it's mixed
Nah,
up.
I'm
Of course,
sorry, bro.
most people say he meant it.
It's not an accident,
For
bro.
me, I don't know, I
That-
got-
that's a
yeah.
silly thing to do, honestly.
But you could just tell in his eyes he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
For
You
me, I
just
said-
tell
he knew
like
he fucked
for
up.
me-
you could
knew
tell he
fucked
was
up.
embarrassed. He knew what he
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I put
As soon as that camera panned on him,
It went
he
straight
started
in his
looking
face,
away. He
yeah.
was like, you could just tell when someone's
yeah,
onto
for
something.
me, I think it's an accident. But yeah, I know where you guys
But
come
wha-
from for sure.
Had he got the goal, you think they'd find him still?
Yeah, oh,
Yeah,
that's
they should.
That's
They
not.
should. Regardless
Yeah.
if we got or not, you can't do that. I think so.
He should, yeah.
Because the Panthers have a history of doing these things
Yeah, true.
in the past.
And it's happened in the
recent
past many
years.
times.
And it's not like it's happened 5-10 years
Exactly.
ago. It's happened
Like
at the start of
recently,
the
yeah.
year,
Yeah, exactly.
or even last year. So, yeah, it's the right decision.
Look, finals is in the next 4-5 weeks. Herbie Farnworth has just put up a hamstring injury. He might be out for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Does this affect Dolphin season and their chances of making the finals?
Yeah.
I
But
think so
they still got a great squad. But I feel like he's that superstar in that team. I feel like it definitely affects him.
Because once he got off, I just already felt the Dolphins looked a bit different.
Yeah, obviously
When
in
he
that
was,
moment.
when he was playing those first 30 minutes, made line breaks, he was killing it. Like it was one of his best games. And as all of a sudden got injured, you just felt the Dolphins lost that momentum.
Yeah.
So maybe they just got to regroup, and we'll see how they go against the Roosters. But yeah, when you lose someone like that, it's a massive. Look how when we lose Crichton, we suddenly fall apart. Like we don't feel connected. We're missing our leader, and I feel Herbie brings that. So I'm not ruling top 8 out at all. They're a good team. I think they'll still score points, but he is a big loss.
No, I think their points difference will keep it in there. I think they're going to win a few more games before the end of the year, and I think their points difference will keep them there. But with Farnworth, it's like he's that sort of player when things are not going right and say nothing's going to plan, he can turn something, like nothing into something. He's that good. And Farnworth, by miles 10 times better than any center in the game this year. He's so quick. He's so fast. His tackle bars, tackle breaks. He's got everything you want as a center. And not a lot of centers are like that this year. He just brings something to the table, and I do think he's going to be a massive loss for the Dolphins.
Yeah.
You may not think it's going to be a big loss, but trust me, when you have a star player like Farnworth, it could cost them. And mentally, and when they head into games, say things are not going to plans, normally they looked at a star player in Farnworth, and he's not there. It's going to really cost them and play within their minds. So who knows? They've got Roosters this week. If they can get that win, I think it can really push them and get them to the finals where they want to be. But if they were to lose, I think that's when Dolphins should worry, man, because without Farnworth, it's going to be hard to do.
Because I think if they win, it pushes them further away from Roosters.
So they're, I think,
28.
4 points behind them. No, 2 points behind them.
So if they win, they're 4 points. And that could really help them in that top 8 push.
Yeah, they're either 2 or 4 points behind.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But do they have a good schedule for the next couple of weeks
They've
before
got
finals?
Roosters.
So they got Roosters and who else?
They play Raiders
last round, yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's winnable
I'll
games.
find out
Yeah,
for you guys.
quickly
I'll
check.
check it out now.
Yeah, so Raiders will beat, and it's at KO Stadium. So I think that's a massive advantage.
So they got Roosters this week. Next week they got Brisbane.
That's a tough one. See,
That'll
that's
be
already
a tough
2
one.
games.
Then they got Manly as well.
Tough one.
That's a tough one. The second last one they got Titans.
Titans
Obviously,
and
they'll
then
get that big
Raiders.
win.
They got a tough run.
So they got like 3 big games, like the
Four.
toughest,
I'd say four.
four
So
toughest
that's why-
games. Maybe they'll get probably like
Like I said,
3 out of 4.
They
maybe.
need to
Or
win this
3
game.
out of 4.
They need to win this game because they got Broncos away next week.
Yeah.
This
And
game
if
will
they
be-
lose Roosters and
Brisbane.
Broncos,
Yeah. That.
pressure's going on. They're massive. So
Yeah.
they gotta win then.
They'll
This
miss
is
out top 8.
a big
yeah.
win. They need the big win
Yeah.
now. But yeah.
Oh yeah, is
That's
that
it.
a
That's
wrap?
it. That's a wrap.
That's all right.
That's
That's
a wrap.
Thanks guys for
Sharville.
thanks guys for watching another episode of the Touchline Podcast. If you're new here, hit that like button, subscribe, comment down below, and other than that, we are out.